In State versus Matthews, we have another example of an adoptive admission in which two guys, Matthews and Long, go out and rob and beat a Domino's pizza driver. And so after they do this, they go back late in the evening or early in the next morning to the home of Long's then fiancee and the mother of his child. And Long describes to his then fiancee that they robbed a Domino's pizza guy. And Long then proceeds to explain that they held him in a chokehold so he couldn't get away while they were beating him. Matthews, against whom this statement's being introduced, he doesn't say anything. In fact, Long's then fiancee testified that Matthews looked a little perturbed, that Long would describe the events to her, but didn't say anything to negate the truth of what his co-defendant or charge partner was saying. And in fact, after Long described the chokehold, Matthews demonstrated to Long's then fiancee what that looked like. And so the court holds that this is a classic example of an adoptive admission. Long describes something that no one should be proud of, that everyone should be ashamed of. There's no reason to think that Long's fiancee will hold it against him if he denies having been part of a robbery and a beating, and yet Matthews says absolutely nothing. Not only does Matthews say nothing, but in some sense he adopts the statement explicitly by demonstrating the chokehold that was a part of the robbery and the beating. So again, as with the other examples, we have two components to this. We have the express adoption with the chokehold demonstration that sort of affirms that he was a part of this. But we also have his silence. And this is another great case in which, when the circumstances are such that a person would deny an allegation that's being made about them and remain silent, then we can infer that the person is thereby express or implicitly adopting the statement that's being made. So you have both, as in the other cases, you have both aspects of an express adoption, the simulation of the chokehold, as well as the implied adoption, the silence in the face of something we would expect for someone to respond to if the allegation were false.